Welcome.
Hi.
Very special guest, Cerise Rose.
Woo! In the house.
Hey, how are you ladies doing tonight?
Fantastic.
I'm so happy it's Friday.
It's not my Friday yet. I have one more day. Then it's my Friday.
But
I work from home, so not a big deal.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So tonight for Gail's Googles. So I don't have anything crazy tonight. It's not that crazy. But I was looking at like awkward phrases that people will say, and I do one of these. The one that it's up to you. But like they were saying 9 socially awkward phrases, and it was like, you look tired, you always, you never, as I said before, good luck, it's up to you, whatever you want, which I say that.
Well, I say that all the time because I hate making decisions.
Why is that awkward? Why is that awkward? Anyways, well, at least I've never, wow, you've lost a ton of weight. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
That's as bad as you look tired.
Yeah, you were too good for her anyway. Is that not a compliment?
As I said before, or as I was saying.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like some of these, I didn't think they were like that bad. I mean, like some of them are obviously bad. Like you look tired. I hate it when people tell me that because I do always look tired. That's just my look now. That's my look now. Okay.
That's like telling me to smile.
Oh yeah.
You should smile more. Oh, that's a bad way.
That's my smile. There you go, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. It's up to you. I say that all the time. I think I said that to Ashton the other day, actually. Like you were asking how this would you.
I think it's probably only awkward like when you keep saying it like back and forth, like, well, I don't care. Well, I don't care either. And then you don't make a decision.
It's kind of like those birds on the Jungle Book. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
The little shoulder thing. The little birds. That's whatever you want to do. I don't know. What are you going to do?
I mean, I wouldn't mind the wow, you lost a ton of weight because it'd be like, yeah, I know, thanks. But
yeah, maybe it's the way they say it.
No, if they said, well, you gained weight. I'm pregnant. You gain weight.
No, I had that happen to me. Y'all, true story. Me and my husband, when we were in Greece, we had gotten married there, and then the next year when we went, one of the neighbors for his family came up and like, what, she's the bride? Like, oh, she's gained a lot of weight since last year. Oh, really? Thank you.
Really? Thanks for that.
I remember the first time I met my sister-in-law. It was when we went to Chicago. And the first thing she says to me when I get off the plane is, wow, you're not as overweight as what Pete was making it sound like. Dude, newlywed husband, and you're going to make comments to your family about my weight? Guess he's not getting any tonight, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Come on.
Absolutely not. And why does anyone ever think that that's just okay to say out loud?
I don't know, man. People
tactless. I'm not sure.
Or if you're eating dessert and then someone's like, you know how many calories are in that or how much sugar is in that? Like while you're like mid-bite and you're like,
well, I'm eating it. Come on. Cheat day.
I try to do a Cookie Monster. Like seriously, when people like comment, like and then I'm just like,
I need more.
I earned this cookie, damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. So like, what's the most awkward thing that's ever been said to y'all?
I think I just told you about coming to Chicago. Yeah. We haven't heard from Ashton yet.
I hate being put on the spot because now I can't think of something. Oh, there's been stuff, but like now I can't like think about it.
Oh, the worst one that I ever got though was not even that. That wasn't even the worst about that. Someone didn't even recognize I was the bride because they thought I was skinnier. Wait,
what?
Well, that's what she said. She said she was skinnier, because yeah. Anyways, the worst one was for me. So my sister is 10 years older than me, right? And I'm more or less in a midlife crisis. Like I was just like that. But we also have different dads, and my sister's just gorgeous, right? She always has been, always. You know, she's just a knockout. And so me, I basically am. I have a good personality.
I was always a good personality. Yeah,
you are beautiful.
I was the Duff. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So like my sister had worked at this restaurant. And so when my time came as 16, she helped get me a job there. She wasn't working there anymore, but she went up there and put in a word for me. So there's this guy that's working there, and he's like, I told him, I'm like, oh, I'm Teresa's sister. He's like, Teresa? And so he says my sister's full name. I'm like, yeah, I'm her little sister. And he's like, you and Teresa are sisters? He's like, man, I just can't believe y'all are sisters. Man, Teresa was hot.
Wow, dude. Wow. You totally just went there.
Yes, I got that a lot. I did. It was always like, oh, Teresa was gorgeous. I can't believe y'all are sisters. Basically, everybody that worked there. I was like, okay.
Well, I remember when me and my son, we were waiting for my daughter and son-in-law to get their marriage license and stuff, and actually we were looking for them because the boneheads just like took off and didn't let us know. So we're standing there, and I think he was like the security guard goes, "Oh, are you guys coming here to get married?" I'm like, "That's my son, dude." Yeah, no. So that was pretty awkward for him, not for me, but.
What's yours? You have to have something.
I can't think of anything right now because I'm like trying really hard to think about it. I'm sure there has been. I just can't.
Oh, we can't see who it is. Says Facebook user. Somebody said LOL and you are beautiful. Thanks. Not as beautiful as my sister, but
You are beautiful.
You are. Don't even.
I'm trying to think if we've had one, Ashton. If I'd been around when somebody had said something awkward to you, but I can't think of anything.
I know. I'm sure there has been. I know there has been. I just can't think of what because I'm on the spot right now. It'll come to me like at the end of the thing, and I'll be like, "Oh, guess what?
This one time.
This one time at band camp.
Yeah, it will happen."
Okay, so so I was like creeping around. Oh, Shannon! Hi, Shannon! It's Shannon O'Neill. We love Shannon. So, Cerise, I was creeping around on your stuff. Now, this got a new cover.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, there's that cover. And then
I like that.
Right? But now look at this.
Ooh.
Yes. So I am
loving these.
Yes, which I love both covers. Like that was a toughie.
That would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like this.
So tell us about this book. Putting you on the spot now. Now we're gonna make it awkward for you.
Got my baby here. With the old cover. So, first edition. Everybody's gonna have one.
Yes.
Now what's really interesting about this story, at first I was gonna like delve into writing dark fantasy or dark contemporary. It was hard for me. I mean, I'm like, I don't know how twisted I could take this because it's like my mind works in a completely different realm. Like I couldn't do the contemporary, so I'm like, screw that. So I had actually written a short story under my pen name called Say His Name. And the main character was a demon named Ezio Alessandro Diavolo. Ooh. And I'm like, I just want to make a full book about him.
Yeah.
So it actually starts off where Malik Apollo is like the head demon. So he thinks he is. And he sends Ezio to Earth to recruit this one girl that he's been kind of keeping an eye on. But come to find out, the child that he's been keeping an eye on is a possible child of two archangels that have met their untimely demise. And so he sends Ezio down to recruit the girl, and if she doesn't comply, to kill her. Oh. Ezio ends up falling in love with her. He's got a different way of showing it, but that's just how Ezio is. So that's basically what the book is about. This is actually book 1 of a series of 3, and there's going to be a prequel with it as well. So that's going to be kind of a little, when I write it, a freebie to give away with either the pre-order of Cursed Savior, which is book 2, or Flawed Incubus.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds intriguing.
Yes.
It was
love
a
that.
fun book to write. It's steamy. I have a really amazing narrator who's performing it. He's actually the same one that did say his name as well, Logan McAllister.
Ooh.
Okay.
That voice.
Oh, I love audiobooks are the best. I love
Mhm.
audiobooks. I just when you get, sometimes the right narrator, like there could be a story that I might have picked up and started reading and just maybe not get into it, but then
Right.
the narrator that like sucks you in and
But then again, you can have the wrong narrator too for some of your books. But
And
which
then they
can make or
ruin
break
all
the
the
book.
dirty talk.
Yeah. But it's like Flawed Incubus was one I was proud of. I mean, it's honestly one of the longest books I've written. It's also my 21st book I've published.
congratulations.
Yes.
So, but this is actually my first book I published under the name Cerise Rose.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I decided last year, I'm like, I honestly didn't write a whole lot of graphic sex in my books until I decided to, for the first time, write a vampire series. And it's full of a lot of foul language and a lot of sex. And it was just like a blast to write. So
Tell me.
Oh.
Tell me. I'm listening.
I'm like, bring out the steam. I'm actually revamping that series to release Cerise Rose because unfortunately the first book was so good, but then I decided, okay, I'm gonna like be influenced by like Underworld and Vampire Diaries, and I learned my lesson. Don't watch vampire shows or vampire movies or demon shows or anything like that when you're writing in that genre because then it ends up influencing what you're writing. So I'm like, I stay away from that stuff while I'm writing that kind of genre.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I am with. I love. That's what I go to. I go to paranormal when I'm
Mhm.
writing. I want to read something that's not in anything that I'm writing.
And to me, paranormal, anything goes. I mean, you can make the
I
sex as
love it.
creepy as you want to.
I
You don't
love
really have to follow any kind of like not stipulations, but regulations on like MC. I love writing. I wrote my first MC that was just released earlier this month. But there's so many rules with MC. But I'm like, I'm a nonconformist. I really am.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, well, the MC I wrote is a Mulan retelling, but I had to still incorporate that MC, the Motorcycle Club.
Mhm.
Hold up. Time out. Hold up. Did you make a Mulan retelling?
I did a Mulan retelling, but here's the thing. It's clean. There's no sex in it. I wanted to stay faithful to the book, but somebody had given me a 3.5-star review, which still is not bad at all, saying that she felt like the relationship between the two characters was too PG. I'm like, you mean the non-existent relationship between the two characters?
She wanted them to have sex.
I was like, okay, smut. If you want to read smut, read Flawed Incubus, read Cursed Savior, which I still have yet to even put that kind of chapter in that book, but I'm still working on that one.
Yeah.
Read my vamp series when it's revamped. Because I can write sex. I can be as dirty as I want to be.
I love it.
I have a dirty mind. It's going to be on paper somehow. So
I love it.
And you have to, I mean, writing sex is hard, but it's like over time, it's kind of like, rather than overthinking about it, I just started writing it and it's really not that difficult. And then I'm reading it back going, oh God, no, change it.
It is.
It's hard to read it back.
It is.
Yeah, especially like in your editing phase, you're like, oh, why did I write that?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess that doesn't make sense.
These facts.
I love when the editor is like, wait, where'd their hand go?
Now the challenge for me is going to be I'm going to be releasing it's a male on male vampire romance in an
Ooh.
anthology this summer. And so that's going to be the challenge. I don't write a lot of male on male, but what I've written, I freaking love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that power play between two men is just so dope.
I love it.
It's just, yeah, you got to treat it differently than if you're writing a male and female.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to get that in there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, like that, you know what I'm saying?
That too.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
You know, I don't think sorry, my mind just went here. I don't think I've actually listened to a male on male in audio. I bet that's really good. The audiobook with male on male. I need to get into that.
One person I'm hoping will do this series because this man does sex so brilliantly, and he narrated my vamp book, the one that's gonna be revamped. That dude narrates sex so well.
Oh my gosh.
Who is he?
And he said he loves narrating male on male.
Really?
So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to get on that. I want to listen to that.
So I'm just wondering, you have a male doing it, how much testosterone is going to be on that chapter? That's going to be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So excited. Oh, let's see the cover. Oh, and so now you also have this book. That cover is gorgeous.
Thank you. All three of these covers were done by Amanda Shepard at Shepard Originals.
Oh, I love Amanda. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so she does some beautiful covers. This one was actually a novella that I had released last year under a different name, actually with an anthology, and decided I'm going to go ahead and release this on its own. So this one actually came out the day before Flight Incubus. So this was kind of like my little throw-in.
Yeah.
And I think it's a sweet story. It's a clean one. A lot of chemistry between the two, but it's based on a fake relationship, and in order for him to bring his ratings up, because he has a finance show and he's competing with the Queen of Hearts, and she tries to help people find love, mates, this and that, but then she calls herself an imposter because she's single as the day is long and lives with her 2 cats, I and M.
Cute.
So but then they end up hitting it off, and it's definitely got that happy ending after, but there's no sex. I was going to write it as dirty as I wanted to get it, but then when I was part of this anthology, they wanted it clean. I'm like, okay, I could sacrifice that. So
I do love fake relationships. I love, that is like catnip for me. As soon as I'm like,
and when they have like the chemistry and the banter, I love it.
yes.
And that's how I write my characters, just like a bunch of smart asses with a lot of banter.
Yes.
I write them how I am.
I love it. Oh.
And there's always some sassy female in all my books.
Yes.
Okay.
With the foul mouth.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna have to check them out. Oh, all right. So, Cerise, I have to ask: are you a cougar or a panther?
I'm a cougar. I love them young.
All right.
I love them youngins. Because at my age, we don't go the panther route. No, we're reversing.
We're reversing. Oh, I love it.
I even told my husband, I'm like, yeah, they even ask if you're a panther. No, it was my son. And he looks at me like, seriously, Mom? Seriously? I'm like, shut up, Peter. I feel judgmental.
Be judgmental.
Well, it's okay for them to look at girls, and call dibs on them. But if I look at a dude, I'm embarrassing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Hey,
look
what,
away.
I can't comment on that hot guy across the street?
Yeah.
Excuse me for not being blind. So
Just pull my
whatever.
sunglasses down and
Fine, I'll just write about him then.
Yeah.
there you go. I love it.
Yeah, because all my guys in my books are hot with huge talent.
I'm getting it. Where you're going.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how edited we had to be here.
Oh no.
No, we haven't gotten in trouble yet. So
No, nobody's
Okay,
yelled
that's
at us. Facebook hasn't
good.
canceled us.
I'm surprised.
And we've had some interesting shows and conversations.
Yeah, so
Gail.
She threw you under the
Your
bus.
Googles, the Google searches sometimes bring up some dirty topics.
I saw the knitted thing with the balls and the penis.
yes,
You remember who it was that made those? I just asked her yesterday. I'm like, who made
watch
the
the
crocheted
episode.
dicks again? I can't
Exactly.
remember. I can like picture the logo of her, like her logo, but I can't remember who it was right now.
that is something though. Is that I have seen
Some of them had like the little ball, like on the balls on the top, and like the.
No, I do have questions about piercings.
I'm sure you do.
No, somebody sent a
Oh.
picture and somebody had a rhinestone in their tooth, and I didn't
Oh,
get
that kind of piercing.
Oh,
I didn't get a chance to Google it, but it's like, where are we drawing the line on piercings? You
No.
know, I get
No.
eyebrows, nose. I've seen cheeks, tongue, ears.
I've seen some really cute ones, like the ones that like are right here.
But how do you
I've seen those too.
See, to me, I don't know. That just seems so tender there.
I mean, I couldn't do it, but I've seen it on people, and I'm like, it looks cute. Like when you like
My son has his nipple pierced.
nipples.
I
See?
like
One nipple, not both of them, just one. Don't ask me why just one. I don't know if he just chickened out or what.
Maybe you
I didn't do-
That's my problem. I chickened out. I talked myself up that I was going to do it for my 30th, and I didn't do it.
know, like, why go for? Wait, what'd you say?
I was going to do it for my 30th, but then I talked myself out of it.
Well, I had this idea the other night. I'm like, oh my God, if I ever get an orange banner, I'm going to get my septum pierced. And at first I thought my son was fine with it until he tells me, he goes, you know, Mom, not everybody can pull off the septum and the nose piercings at the same time. He goes, especially people at your age.
Man, he's full of burns, isn't he? Like, man.
Be like, you want me to pierce your other nipple for
I
you?
hope he doesn't watch this because then he'll come in here and kick my ass. So, sorry, Peter.
Yeah, like,
You know, he's going to be he's honest to a fault. So,
yeah, I do.
yeah, he's right. I'm too old to get the septum pierced, but I do have my nose pierced. You just can't see
I think
it.
it's cute. I like the nose piercings. Yeah, I
Yes.
do like those. I'm too much of a chicken to get it done, but it's cute.
Actually, I've had it done for. Okay, here's a story behind it. I chickened out getting a tattoo.
Oh,
Got my nose pierced instead.
you know, but here's the thing: you can change that piercing. I'm so scared to get a tattoo. I love tattoos, and I looked at them. Oh, did you get a tattoo? Oh, you did. I think.
I got three. I got three now.
Oh, so this came after. But see, I am so like, I'm just so fickle, and I'm like, what if I get a tattoo and then I don't like it? Where a piercing, you can take it out.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is if you're stuck with an ugly one, you're
Okay.
stuck with it.
You don't like that one anymore?
No, I never really liked it. It's too big. That's not what I wanted.
Oh,
And I have one on my calf.
okay.
That one hurt on the calf. I'm thinking, okay, there's,
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
didn't think it'd be as tender. It was painful on the calf.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
The one on my foot hurt the most out of all the ones I've had. That one hurt
Mhm.
the most.
Oh, see, you both are badasses. I'm like still a chicken over here. Like, what if I
But
don't
then I
like?
couldn't pierce anything. I'm like, tattoo me up, but I can't pierce anything. I
What do
don't.
you think about when people get piercings? Like how much that would hurt? I just feel like that would be so painful. But I hear women that get them, and I'm just like,
and it's so
I need to
sensitive
find.
Or I think
there.
about guys getting them. Like guys are. I feel like there's so much more like babies than we are. Like, how did they get their dicks pierced?
I don't know.
I need to see one in real life so bad.
They just like the pain.
Like I want to see one in real life. Like, if
You haven't
any
seen
guy
that?
is watching this and wants to ball,
Yeah, I'm curious too. I'm curious too.
I only hear about it. I've never seen one in real life or know anyone.
I just remember the part on that movie, The Sweetest Thing, when she's giving him a blowjob and the piercing gets stuck in the back of the throat. Yeah.
That's right.
And then they had to sing in order for him to
Yeah,
become
for her to
wet.
relax her game.
Yeah.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. That is
I've
hilarious.
not seen that, but I'm gonna watch that movie.
The
now.
movie's great. I love the
You
movie.
need to, yeah. That's Cameron Diaz, isn't it? In
Cameron
there?
Diaz, Christina Applegate, and
Yep.
Selma Blair.
So who chokes on it?
I think it's Selma Blair,
Selma
isn't
Blair's character.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Cameron Diaz and Something About Mary already had an incident with the.
it? Yeah.
She thought it was hair gel. Yeah.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, and I want to know a woman that's actually got it done too. Because I just want to ask. I have questions.
I'm not really that curious about the woman.
Oh, I just want to know, like, was it? How painful was it? Does it make others
Chatting in. Hey, anybody who's had their genitals pierced, can you chat in here?
Yeah. Where is
We're
everybody?
curious.
Yeah,
Curious
comment
minds
down
wanna
those.
with us? I have questions.
I have
I
questions.
wonder if there's
I want to
anything-
know how bad it hurt.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anything people haven't, like you can't hear.
know.
They won't do it.
I won't do it. Absolutely not.
No, I mean somebody
Oh.
that does the stuff. Like if they're like, no, I'm not gonna pierce
Oh,
that.
and then how long it takes to heal, and then your underwear and stuff are rubbing against it. And no.
No, your jeans.
Oh, is this you, Shannon? It says, "Hi, I'm sorry, I have not done that piercing."
Oh, come on. Go try it and then tell us. Report back.
Somebody, let us
Send us a picture.
I'm just kidding.
We'll really get kicked off Facebook.
They're gonna be like, she's making them get piercings.
or a guy. I want a guy. I want a guy that will just tell us all things. I want to know.
God, sometimes they're more discreet than women are about that stuff.
Because have y'all seen? There's like so many different places that they can pierce it. Like what's it
Yeah,
called?
isn't it called a Jacob's ladder if it's all the way down? Like the Prince Albert is the tip, and then the Jacob's ladder is all the way down.
Wow, no, I haven't seen that.
It's amazing.
Just want to
You
know.
know, and then the other question is like the piercings on one that's circumcised and one that's not. And what's the difference?
Yeah, I don't know how that
I'm
works.
assuming the foreskin's going to cover the.
And so you pull it back and it's a surprise.
It
Like,
unfolds and
It's like, oh, we like that extra skin. Ribs for your pleasure.
maybe that doesn't hurt as bad then if there's the extra skin. I don't know.
Oh, because it kind of just cradles it, protects it.
I feel like that'd be really hard to clean.
Right? Shannon said, surprise.
Someone goes, surprise.
Oh, anywho, I'm sorry, Ashton.
No, I love.
Go back to your questions.
Funny. This is
No.
funny.
You're fine. You're fine. Mine's just a bunch of this or that questions for everybody. So, all right. And I only thought about this today because I saw Michelle's video on TikTok. So, back muscles or the front six pack on a cover? What would you rather see?
Oh, front six pack.
I do like back muscles, but I don't know about for a cover. But it is something about.
The V.
Yep.
But there is something like whenever TikToks, if it shows the guy's back, like when
Oh,
he's moving,
that's true. Oh,
See,
no.
I was getting all into it today. I was like, it's like back porn.
there was a guy painting, and it was just his back. And I was just like, like I was hypnotized by those muscles.
Yeah, now I'm torn for a cover. It's like, ooh, if I have like a nice back with like a really awesome tattoo on it. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
every
that'd be
time
dope.
Sons of Anarchy would come on.
Yeah. The MC logo on his
Yeah.
back. Like that.
Charlie Hunnam's back was everything.
See, after today, I'm like really leaning towards the back muscle.
You know what? Now that you guys are really mentioning it, yeah, I'm more on the cover. I'd rather see.
Now we all want the back.
We want the back. Give me the back shot. Give me the booty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. If it's a low back shot, right when you get just at the top of the globe.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. I need someone to do this. All right. Name one of your characters in a book that has given you the hardest time to write.
That has given me the hardest time to write. Like I just couldn't stand writing them, or
Yeah, like they just wouldn't stick to their story. They went outside of their box that you thought they were going to be in, or just gave you the hardest time where you were like, what are you doing?
Her name is Willa Chambers, and she's in
Legit, like
that one, as well as she's the main character. She was supposed to remain nerdy and kind of a wallflower. And she was like, no, are you kidding me? Really? I'm with this demon. He's hot as hell. I'm going to start wearing makeup and look like a freaking Barbie doll. And I'm going to kick ass. If I'm meant to be an archangel, I'm not going to stay Miss Dowdy. So screw you. I'm going this route. So Willa Chambers has been the one for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like it.
She did not want to conform, so she got her way.
I like it. I think mine is probably from my Heart series. His name is Darian King. He's kind of an ass. And I got to the end of the first book and I was like, this is going to piss people off. And it did.
Oh,
the cliffhanger
no.
and his actions really made people mad. And so it was a lot harder for me to make him nice again for the second book.
Well, what happened is I started writing this one part, and then when I reached out to my friend and he's giving me all these ideas, I'm like, dude, what I'm working on now is going towards the end of the book. Cursed Savior, the reader's going to get pissed. It's going to have a cliffy. So I guess I have to do like a quick release on the third book so they don't get too pissed off at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, major cliffhanger in Cursed Savior.
Good to know.
I like cliffhangers.
I do too, and it depends on how well they're written.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess mine was my Randall series, the third book. The girl that was supposed to be kind of like the spoiled princess, and I don't know. He ended up being a lot more complex and just, I don't know, all over the place. The character was really, I don't know, it was kind of like one of those where I think she was finding herself. And so it was.
She found herself.
Yeah. Not how I wanted it to go.
No.
So yeah, that was probably my hardest one.
Or you ever have that pesky character that you don't mean to have a book and then all of a sudden they're getting their own book?
Yeah, I hadn't originally even planned to write her a book. So it just kind of kept, going different directions.
Well, I have a pesky character, now that you mention it, that wasn't even in my vampire series, wasn't even in book 2, because I killed him off in book 1. But I had so much fun bringing him back and writing him in book 3. I'm like, I need him for the whole series. He was a complete douchebag and just a really, not really annoying character, but he wasn't the nicest dude. And he ended up being one of my favorite characters in that series.
Aww.
So I'm bringing him back. And his name is Clive Aldrich. So that's going to make my friend happy. Because he's a jerk. My narrator hated him, but I'm like, yeah, it's so fun. Because he's got a one-track mind. All he thinks about is his junk. And he thinks he's all that and thinks he's just like as hot as a supermodel. And yeah, he's super stuck on himself. But he's been killed 3 times. So the main female swears that he's losing brain cells with every time he's killed. So he's really not the smartest, but he's so fun to write.
That would be fun.
Still writing him?
I'm revamping the series, so I'm going to be adding more of him.
Oh, I love that. Maybe he can get a piercing.
You know, came back to life, so he decided to get a piercing.
Thank you for the idea. I wouldn't put it past him, and I know exactly where he's going to get it.
Just at the tip.
Yes, exactly.
Add that back in there when you revamp it. You know, revamp him with a piercing.
Oh, I wonder if it would hurt worse on a vampire.
Well, let us know how the research goes.
Because if you write them like Stephanie Meyer, they all feel like marble. The vampire's skin is as hard as marble, but
if you write it like Charlize Theron, not Charlize Theron. Why is it Charlize Harris? What was I thinking?
I don't know. I was like, Charlize Theron wrote a vampire book. No wonder I missed something.
Oh, you're talking about Charlene Harris, Sookie.
Yeah, Charlize Harris. Why did I say Charlize?
Sookie. That's one of my favorite shows. I love True Blood.
I loved it June, I love the books even more, but I'm not you. I was thinking about Charlize Theron. Right.
That's why I was like, I missed a big chunk of something happening.
I'm sure Charlene Harris wouldn't be so offended to be compared to Charlize Theron. So
But
I wouldn't.
her vampires were not like Marvel. So there's that.
No, and that's what I loved about True Blood is that they were more real.
Yeah. But I love how Ashton was just letting me keep going. Backing me up.
Well, like it went over my head at first, and then I was like, she did? I was like, I missed it.
You're supposed to help me keep
Sorry. You caught yourself in time. It's okay. You're okay. All right, next question.
Okay.
Get back to.
Do you like to read in your genre or out of it? I like to read what you write.
I love to. That's what I was saying earlier. Paranormal. I would love to write paranormal, but right now it's such my favorite thing to read. I don't know if I want to. That's my go-to. Like that's my thing. That's still my comfort and happy place.
I have read some paranormal, but I'm more lean toward contemporary, and I'm a huge James Patterson fan. So I love mystery and thrillers. I'll leave those to him because I don't think I can write those. I'm not that good at that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to the experts.
You
That's
are
like,
No, I love James Patterson too. I like that series. It's the woman detective ones where she's like a and like they're like 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to like what is it called? I have it up here. 3rd degree, like 4th of July.
oh yeah.
asking somebody. Like
I was like, I have them up here, but I was like, I can't remember what the title of the like the series is. Like I have all the book titles up there, but
I forgot what they're called, but I'm an Alex Cross girl. I'll read all the Alex Cross books.
I love those movies. Kiss the Girls.
Oh, Kiss the Girls and
Is that an Alex Cross one or no?
Yeah, that's Alex Cross. Yeah. I wasn't too keen on Tyler Perry as Alex Cross because I'm used to Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Alex.
But the books were better.
One.
The books were 10 times better than the movies, which they typically are.
Yeah, usually.
But I can't write mystery because then I want to tell everybody from the beginning who the killer was and defeat the purpose of writing the book.
It is hard.
It is. It is.
It is hard.
It's like, I'm putting spoilers in this book, but I'm going to tell everybody about it anyway. I can't keep my mouth shut.
So do you want to know who it is? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? I'll tell you.
Just promise not to tell anybody.
I just drop it in there in chapter 3. Okay, now we're going to pretend like y'all didn't see that.
I'll try to keep my mouth shut about it, but I'm excited. I can't.
See, I don't mind reading in my genre, but if I'm writing a book, then I can't read too much while I'm writing, or else I feel like it gets too caught up in it. But I will read anything. Like, I love every type of book possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I start comparing myself, going, oh my God, this person's such a great writer. I'm really not that great. Da, da, da.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not a big, huge reader only because I'm writing all the damn time. But it's like, yeah, I've read some that are like, oh my God, my writing sucks compared to this person. It's like, okay, you can't do that. You can't do that. Because everybody's different. Their styles are different. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So I just make it a practice not to watch or read anything while I'm writing. So that's why I hardly ever read, because I got too many projects this year.
Yeah.
Me too. I got a lot of things I want to do. It's just a matter on if they're gonna get done or not.
Mine are, I have like 3 contemporaries. One I'm not even halfway done on it, but it's like super cute. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the anthology Rough Around the Edges. The guy and his dog. Dude with the motorcycle, little puppy.
Oh, the guy that wears the mask sometimes?
Huh?
Never mind. Wrong person. Does he wear a mask sometime? I was thinking about something else.
No, this is actually an anthology. And the story I'm writing for that one is called Breaking the Habit. And the reason why I called it that is because the lead guy named Dax has a dog named Chester, and he's a huge Linkin Park fan. So he had to have a puppy named Chester.
Yeah.
I'm going to be worried about the dog the entire book.
Well, I'm trying to incorporate more of the dog. It's got to be about the dog more than him. But unfortunately, it's about a couple, and they have to come together. And I'm trying to incorporate the dog. Maybe he'll
Cute.
fall in love with the dog because he likes the dog better than the woman. I'm not sure yet. This is why I never got married. This is why I have a dog, not a woman.
I love it. That's so funny. All right. What's the latest show you have binged or movie you have saw?
The last movie I saw in the theater was The Batman.
Me too.
That was so good.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
And the last show I binged watched, I had to prepare myself because season 6 finally freaking started 2 weeks ago. But Outlander.
Same.
I'm an Outlander junkie. I freaking love that show.
Yeah. I'm. Yep. Same thing. All of it.
I binge watched all 5 series. I even started paying for Stars just to be able to watch it because I'm not waiting for Netflix to wait 2 years to bring it on. So
Oh yeah.
That is
I was already having withdrawals. Plus, my granddaughter thinks Sam Heughan is hot.
Okay, but check it. Like, I love him in Outlander, but I don't like what they're doing with this current season. Like, what have they done to him? I want how he looked in previous ones. I don't know. I feel like
I'm not feeling the wig.
Yeah, the wig they have going on. Like, I loved it more when Jamie had that rougher look.
This natural hair. But if you want to see him look hot again, watch Men with Kilts.
Well, I haven't seen that.
With he and Graham McTavish. Graham, the one that played McDougal.
Yeah.
And then I have a girl crush on Katrina Balfe. So.
Yeah, I love her too.
But they're like the best couple on TV. They have the best chemistry.
Oh, I love them together.
Yeah, they have since season 1.
Oh my God, yeah, consistently. Oh my God, if I can write a couple like that, I'd be happy because they're fantastic.
I love Jamie. I love Jamie so much.
I do too.
I did
catch up. I've only watched seasons 1 through 3, so I have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah,
I get distracted.
Well, season 6 just started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
See, I just binge watched. Oh gosh, it's got that really long title, "The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window."
I haven't seen that one yet.
It was only 8 episodes, like half hours long. I could breeze through that. Like, that was easy for me.
Oh, I completely forgot what I just binge watched. But yeah, I'm an Outlander fanatic. But the show on Netflix called Glowed Up about the makeup artists. I was trying to do what they do, but I'm like, screw that. I'm just gonna.
No, I can't.
I don't wear makeup that often, so it's like blah 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 blah.
I mobile work. I don't need to wear makeup ever.
That's why I look like a clown right now. Because I think my powder's too light.
No,
You're fabulous. Stop. I did get on Netflix to see what the TikTok that had been going around about that new cherry flavor or whatever it's called. Brand new red cherry flavor. Brand new.
Oh, is that the one where he sticks his arm in her side?
I had to see it. So now I'm kind of watching a little bit of the show, and it
looks weird. Is it weird?
Was
it supernaturally or just weird?
I can't stop now. Like, now I gotta know. I gotta know what's going on.
I gotta look it up now.
Is she like an alien or was she a cat? I was really confused because, like,
no,
I have to watch it because I saw. I mean, when I was looking for something to watch.
No, she's human, and I can't tell you, but she made some kind of deal where, yeah, now she's producing kitty cats as payment. But she's human.
So she's not a mom cat. She made a deal with somebody, and now she's having.
All right, that sounds really too weird for me.
Oh, it's out there. It's out there.
Yeah,
but I did also watch Fresh on Hulu with Sebastian Stan, and I loved it.
I was watching Pam and Tommy.
Oh, I did that too. Yeah.
Now, my question was that his real penis?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I looked it up too. And, but I just, man, I would give anything to have been on set that day just to see him like talking like somebody.
Hey, Sebastian Stan, hell.
I love Sebastian Stan.
I do too.
I'm a little disturbed with myself that I love him more after watching Fresh.
I have to watch that one because I ended up falling in love with oh my god, what the hell is the dude's name? The show You.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I ended up having a
Penn
crush on him, and
Bailey.
he was a freaking psycho.
Yeah, I get into the psychos like Dexter.
I love Dexter.
I love
Maybe I just like weird men. I don't know.
I like him weird, broken, lightly psychotic.
Yeah, I'll take
Slightly
that.
stalkerish.
Yeah.
I'll take it all.
Why can't I remember his name now? Holy crap!
In the show or in real life?
The dude on the actor on You.
Yeah,
Isn't it Penn Bagley?
Yes, thank you, Penn Badgley.
Yeah,
he was on
There you
Gossip Girl, which I tried to watch and couldn't get into that show, so I was like, I'll turn it off. I just don't like spoiled rich kids that act like a bunch of jerks. It didn't interest me.
We want to like serial killer level, you know.
She likes him as a serial killer instead of the other way.
Yeah, I like him psychotic, not spoiled rotten.
I mean, but Dexter, it's like he was trying to do good in the world. I mean, what
I'm okay with his kills.
he used his urges for the greater good.
Yeah. And it was
Dexter.
going fine until the cops started getting involved.
He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for somebody. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to watch Dexter. It's the best.
Okay.
Except, you know what? You can skip the last episode of both seasons.
Yeah, I heard the final episode was bad.
Which one? The original one or the new one that they just had on?
I don't like either of them. You know,
No.
but maybe I just
don't like how it ended either way.
Yeah, maybe I just don't.
And I'm mad that it's now officially over.
Yeah.
You
need to
Kinda
watch-
like
He's like made comments like that he's not going to make anymore. And I'm like, oh, blah, blah.
kind of like season 8 of Game of Thrones. It just ended up being a letdown. I was so pissed.
Last season of Game of Thrones. I was like, my God, why?
I don't like when they end them like wrapped up. Like I like when they leave an opening for a chance for it to come back.
Yeah, no, there was so much closure that it just felt forced.
Yeah.
No, that I love Game of Thrones.
I do too.
And,
But
you know, that's another show that really made me question myself of what I was okay with. Like I was talking to somebody and they were telling me that like, no, Game of Thrones had too much of this. And then somebody else was like, no, Game of Thrones had, you know, it was a little, couldn't do it. And then I'm over here like, oh, it's like one of my favorite shows of all time.
Game of Thrones just had so much
a lot of stuff.
controversy throughout the entire show, but I'm like, it didn't bother me. I think I'm just super open-minded that triggers just really don't affect me.
Yep.
Yeah. I've just come to the conclusion that I might be a little warped, guys.
Well, I know I am, so that's why nothing really bothers me. So
Probably my trigger is when anything would happen to an animal.
that I can't deal with that. No.
Yeah. Animals are my animals and children. Everything else is fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am.
Yeah. You leave the animals and the kids alone.
Yep, but everybody else is do your worst.
Except for, I did kind of go down that route with the child only because the villain in one of my older books was like unhinged and she pushes a child off the side of the mountain because she was loony, trying to get back at the hero. So she decided the only way she was going to do that is to take the child that she loved and push her off the mountain. My mom wasn't very happy. Why'd you kill that kid?
Oh, I thought maybe she still could have lived, maybe just rolled a little bit.
If it was a paranormal book, Mom, I probably would have said the kid sprouted wings and flew off the mountain, but it wasn't paranormal. Unfortunately, it was a Western. So I won't do that again.
I would.
Maybe it was the character. Maybe I didn't like the kid and just want to kill her off. I don't know.
Well, this one's getting annoying.
I really, honestly, I don't really like writing kids in my books.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I love my granddaughters, but writing kids can be annoying. and you want them to talk how I talk, but it's like you still have to have that level that, they're kids. You got to remember that. So the challenge for me is I am going to be writing another Western paranormal. It's going to be part of the, he's an outlaw.
I love that.
But it's a whole story with him and an 8-year-old girl that he's actually protecting and bringing back to living family that she's got up north in California.
Okay.
But also I have Emily as my muse, my granddaughter. So I'm like, I can't kill the kid. Even if the kid gets on my nerves, can't kill her in the book. So it's just going to be a really sweet relationship between this kid and this outlaw.
Yeah.
Maybe he could just like make her go to sleep with his magic or something.
He's actually
most of the ride.
ghost. He's going to be an apparition. So
okay.
So now we know if we ever want you to write a child, it needs to be based on someone you actually love. Don't kill them.
That's what she was
the other book was about 3 or 4 years old, so I don't know where my head was at the time. I typically don't kill.
She was going through some stuff, guys.
That was it. That was it. But I also took into consideration it was the villain, and she just didn't care. She was so far gone. Her mind was just like, she didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her arc was like kind of normal-ish, and it just went off the cliff. So she was a blast.
Literally.
Literally. I'm trying to think of. Oh no, never mind. She got her ass kicked and then got stabbed and shot in the end of it. So yeah, she didn't get thrown off the cliff. I had a heyday with her.
You made sure she was dead.
She probably deserved it.
Beat her, stabbed her, shot her.
I love epic deaths. Okay. And
the only thing left out was to light a match and then slowly walk away.
See, now you're just giving me ideas here. Well, when I wrote White Angel, the same one that Sophie, the villain, is in, my son-in-law was on it, and he actually played one of the deputies, and his name's Gino. And Gino goes, "Can I die in the next book? You want to die in the next book? Okay, dude.
You can make this as painful as possible."
He goes, "I want my death to be epic." You got it. He's whipped. He's whipped from the back. He's beaten in the front, and then Sophie. He's almost near death, and Sophie slits his throat.
Okay.
What a way to go! He asked for it though.
He got brutal. He's was brutal. Can't believe you let the girls hear that. You hear how their dad died. It's like, whatever. Whatever. He wanted to die. I killed him. So
Don't ask
to be in my books. You're gonna die. That's what happens. I will put you in the book, but remember, you're gonna be a victim.
Yeah.
So I like killing people.
Think I'd rather just get pushed off the mountain.
Yeah, that mountain's sounding pretty good right now. Next time, just put me for going for a stroll on the mountain.
Right.
And she just didn't come back.
A little loose rock, and let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Hear a faint scream in the background.
Watch your step.
Oops, I didn't see that drop off there. My bad.
Oh, good stuff.
I love it.
Ah.
All right.
Then I'll mess around.
All right, my last one.
Okay. My hair keeps getting in my face.
My laptop's dying. Sorry. Ashton, where'd you go? It froze.
Yeah, Ashton froze up.
Ashton, you have one more question for us.
I think she had one more question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she froze up.
So where's your favorite place to write?
My bedroom. Because it's like where I work, there's not like, I mean, the work is pretty, right now we're slow. And so I'm always at my desk anyway. So I usually write at my desk, or I'll be laying on my bed with my laptop. There she is. But that's my favorite place.
We're
Is
back.
on my bed. Yeah, you froze up.
Yeah.
I did?
You did.
Oh, you guys all started like spinning on my end, and then we all just went black. The screen just went black. Okay.
Weird.
We did not spin. But
I don't have
spin.
I thought it was you guys because everyone else started it started spinning. Oh, all right.
I know I didn't drink that much, so.
There's 3 of us, and 2 of us claim you froze. So
it was probably my computer. It was. It just looked on my end like you guys all disappeared, and there was just like a little spinning circle on the pictures.
Oh, the spinning circle. I thought you meant like we were actually.
Oh, so it was.
No, like your squares went blank, and then it was like just spinning, and then mine went blank, and it was spinning. It was just probably me. Let me do.
So one more question. One last question.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't hear it?
No, no, because
I was frozen, so that's probably why.
So Gail asked me where my favorite place to write was. I'm like, my bed.
Oh, yep.
Until the battery dies, and then, yeah.
My question was, cowboy romance or a CEO romance?
Right, until the battery dies. I like it.
I love cowboy romance. I love Western. I love cowboys. CEOs really don't do anything for me. I worked in corporate before. It's like, no. And that's the reason why I changed the Flawed Incubus cover, is because, you know, they said it looked too much like a billionaire.
It's okay.
I think he's handsome. He's handsome. But no, I like cowboys. I don't know if I can. Huh?
I never heard the question. What was the question?
He asked cowboy romance or contemporary CEO romance.
Oh, cowboys or CEO. I want a cowboy. I like the rough. Good with a rope.
Mm-hmm.
Go with some Yellowstone.
Oh my gosh, Yellowstone. I love that show so much.
I love Westerns. I do. I don't know what it is about cowboys. I don't care if they're young, old.
Oh, Clint Eastwood. He was so hot when he was young.
Wasn't he? Oh my God. Yes. Yes, he was.
How hot he was. And like they always act shocked when they find out his son looks just like him. I'm like, do y'all not remember these movies?
Josie Wells.
And his son is adorable as well.
His son is. But yeah, Clint Eastwood was hot when he was younger. I even told that to my husband. I'm like, damn, Clint Eastwood was hot. And then Paul Newman and Robert Redford as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yes, Paul Newman. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Paul Newman. And Marlon Brando was hot, like ridiculously hot.
It's like we don't really have a lot of actors like that anymore. Really. I mean, we do, but there's just something about old Hollywood that just does it for me.
It's a whole different vibe.
But yeah, I'm a cowgirl. Not really. I never lived on a farm, but I just love cowboys.
Yeah. No, and yes, Yellowstone. Yes, Kevin Costner is Daddy Dutton. I want to be on that ranch so bad.
Well, it's interesting. When I was working on the Kit Weston books, Kevin Costner was like my muse for her uncle.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, Kevin Costner as a cowboy, I could picture that.
Yeah, no, everybody's all about Rip, the other guy, and I like him too. But I want Daddy Dutton because he's the one that lays down the law.
You ride him like a bunky bronco, bucking bronco. Use a fake accent. I can actually say it.
I love it. Yeah, no. So actually,
I'm really wanting to get back into Western. It's actually a lot of fun to write. It really is. It's just like the grit and the dirty. It doesn't have to be perfect. So long as you have the know-how and you're writing about weaponry, you got to do your homework.
yeah.
But Westerns are a blast. So my goal is hopefully next year, maybe 2024, I can do a Western PNR series.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be good. She's cracking me up the faces she makes.
What's that?
The faces Ashton makes cracks me up when she's looking
My
over.
kids are out there.
I got a little
My
voice.
kids out there. They turned off the lights on me. I was like, come on. That's their signal.
Is that your
already.
signal? Yeah.
Your time's up.
Oh, no.
Like when parents used to do it, like when you've been on a date and outside the front door too long. Did anybody's parents ever do that? To flick the lights? Like, I know you're there.
No, I remember being on the phone, then having a parent or somebody pick up the other line going, okay, you've been on the phone long enough. Yeah, I'm that old that we had corded
How long
phones.
have they been on there? Like when they finally speak, you're like, did you hear it pick up? How long have they been on there? Here.
I think it'd have to be hours because they just didn't want to hear the conversation. That was the unfortunate thing in the 80s. Being a teenager, you didn't have a lot of privacy around the phones. I was never able to get my own phone because my parents were not really cool like that. So I never had my own phone until I got in the Air Force.
Oh, that's cool. You were in the Air Force?
Not for that long, but I was in the Air Force, yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
But here's the thing. I don't like writing military romance. I really don't. It's just something that, because I grew up in the military, actually grew up around the whole thing. It's just military romance doesn't interest me. Reading it or writing it.
But it makes a difference, yeah, since you have been in that. But maybe.
I just don't want to read it and be like, are you kidding me? This doesn't really happen in the military and stuff. So,
yeah. Kind of takes the fun out of it.
It does. It does. I'll just skim over to the sex parts if there's any. I'll just call it that. It doesn't have to be realistic.
Love it. Me. Well, ladies, since Ashton is going to get in trouble.
Sorry.
Love it. Well, Cerise, thank you so much for being on Cougar Talk.
Oh my God, this was a blast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And hey, listen, whenever you get your paranormal revamps and all the goodies, make sure you drop it in our reader groups. We'd love to.
I will. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Yes, just so we don't miss anything.
Right. Well, right now we just got Flawed Incubus, the OG. Then second one will be out soon. I'm hoping July. I just gotta. I'm not even halfway through it yet, so I'm like, it's been crazy, but I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, we're excited for you. We're pumped.
This was a lot of fun.
Yay! We had so much fun with you, and everybody, thank you.
Yes, it was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.